Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Ellington here, and we have got ourselves another awesome battle. This actually is a battle from the Campus Martius tournament that was taking place about a month ago. This is a matchup between the Pike Stackers and the Royals of Care Keep, I think it's. I don't know how to say that exactly. But the Royals of Keep are on attack, and the Pike Stackers on defense. Now, for the Pike Stackers, we have got Kush being commanded by Iron Fist, Arverni being commanded by Archangel, and Nabatea being commanded by I Am the Milkman. Now, for the attackers, the Royals of Keep, we have got Nervii being commanded by Legacy. Interesting pick there for attack. We got Tylus being commanded by Godfather. And finally, Epirus being commanded by Royal Athenian. So, I don't know if this was a first game, second game, I'm not 100% sure. I just know this one was sent in by Iron Fist, so there was a lot of fun stuff that happened. You can see we've got Kushite slave spearmen coming out of the gate, doing a little bit of, playing around with the Celtic warriors and Levy Freeman, probably just trying to get some Javi tosses. Now over here, you can see some Kushite slave infantry has come out of the walls, and Tylus doing a pretty good job there at the beginning. You saw setting up just kind of a solid defensive line, making sure that no cavalry could go sneaking through or anything, so nicely done there by Tylus. On the other side, we've got Nabatea outside of the walls with some Nabatean swords and Nabatean axe warriors. That will make it a little more annoying if the attackers decide they want to do anything over here. But to be honest with you, on this map, you don't typically see that. Typically, you get a lot more going into this kind of outward area of Carthage, which, by the way, this is the settlement of Carthage. You can see the defenders really just kind of giving up this area. Some people just decide to do that. It's a bit harder to hold because of all of the different entrances that the attackers can get through, so a lot of people will just kind of set up and hold this hill. Now, typically you will see a lot of the defending archers set up on this hill to basically counter off anything that comes into that area of the city. This hill really gives you kind of a superior angle at most of the city. You can pretty much shoot wherever you want to. Look at this, more Kush coming out. Kushite slave infantry coming out is now going to surround this Levy Freeman. But then you have some Celtic warriors and now some tribals coming up from Tylus to come assist. Probably going to take that out, throw the tribal in. Well, Levy Freeman may not last long enough to do that. Look at this. Kush coming out even with some Shotel. Armored Shotel warriors will have a little bit of trouble with the tribals. Tribals are pretty good. They've got really good melee defense, so that's going to be something that will not be good for the armored Shotels. Now in the outer area, you see Nervii throwing stuff into this, and Arverni turning around and get some good shots with his artillery. Now the Desert Heavy Lancers for Nabatea moving. Wonder if they're going to come and maybe move up and go out this gate. You have a pretty substantial infantry force out here. So you might be able to get that Desert Heavy Lancer out around and do some damage. But you do have a Mighty Horse from Nervii. Mighty Horse is pretty good stuff. They are a pretty good unit for a medium melee cavalry. I'm all sorts out of sorts here. In fact, they're probably going to get a really good charge here on the Kushite slaves. Look at that. 14, 16, 17, 18 kills right there on the charge. Armored Shotel warriors are already at 45 kills, only lost 7 men. The thing about this engagement is if the tribals go up into this, the Armored Shotels get a really good bonus from having a superior height advantage. So that would not help the tribal warriors, that's for sure. Now, Desert Heavy Lancers actually coming out of this gate. Might be able to get over here and hit that Mighty Horse. Desert Heavy Lancers would do pretty good there. Mighty Horse really just racking up some good kills here. Tearing up that Kushite slave infantry, 76 kills. But the Desert Heavy Lancer going to come in and try and put a stop to that. Over here, you can see the Armored Chotels and the Tribals not really going into each other. Got another Tribal Warrior up here. Actually, 3. So you have 1, 2, 3 Tribals set up. You got a Kushite slave infantry going against that Tribal there. This one deciding not to go up into this combat, which is probably the right decision there. Armored Chotel's really soaking up that these Javi tosses. Inside of the keep here, well, not the keep, but the city, got Celtic warriors from Tylus. Over here, Celtic warriors from Nervii, a piece of wall going down. Emperor is setting up a bit of a defense force here. Probably just to protect his attack into this, make sure that Nabatea can't come over and pressure him. Now Celtic warriors engaging Kushite slave infantry. Both depleted, but the Celtic warrior is healthier. And look at this, Nabatea's heavy archers coming all the way over to this side. Desert Heavy Lancers, 52 kills, charging in against the Mighty Horse. Mighty Horse getting a decent charge as well, 91 kills, but the Desert Heavy Lancers on the charge are going to get a pretty good amount of kills there. Now the Desert Heavy Lancers need to try and get out of there. Interestingly, the Mighty Horse is the one that decided to disengage there. Desert Heavy Lancers is going to charge the back of the Tribal Warriors. Good move. Nicely done. Tribal Warriors facing the wrong direction on that. Armored Chotels 115. Celtic Warriors getting eaten up. Probably a good idea there. Throw in the Celtic Warriors to soften up the armors a little bit before you try to throw in your Tribals. Alright, now we got Illyrian levies moving in. Militia hoplites. Looks like they may begin trying to take their advance. Got levy spearmen backed up by Nabatean axe warriors. And then over here, Nabatea may be trying to deny some of the equipment to the attackers. Militia hoplites moving forward. And possibly getting the Illyrian levies moving up. This is one of those battles that took place on a really cool time of day. So you get this kind of like hazy, view in the background. It's almost like it's like a sun setting type thing. I actually really like it. I love the way it makes it look. Desert Heavy Lancers, 86 kills. You got the Mighty Horse, 120. Nicely done. Levy Freeman might take down the... I don't know. You got like 2 really crap spearmen going at it here. But I think the Tribal Warrior... Yep, there he goes. I was going to say, I think the Tribal Warrior is going to break the Kushite spearmen. Kushite Slave, 195 kills. Then you had some Fierce Swords that were engaging. Still got one up here engaging, 81 kills. Got all the Gallic Hunters from Nervii in, shooting over at the Gallic Hunters of Arverni. So 2 Gallic tribes going up against each other. Ooh, Javies from Celtic Warriors into the other Celtic Warriors. These ones aren't throwing their Javies. They might be out of them. 11. Nope, there's another Javi toss. No kills on it, though. Man, that sucks. Militia hoplites, I think they're going to try and go soak up some of this fire here. Actually got some Levy Freeman up on the walls. Now the Gallic Hunters. Looks like we got a 4 versus 4 here. But... ew, this could be interesting. Oh, nice shot there on the Nabatean Heavy Archers. It looks like Nervii is getting the worst of this. They might lose one of theirs. Although, one of Arverni's is also extremely low. Looks like they're going to try and take that one out. Artillery maybe going to help them out a little bit. Oh, right over their heads. Let's see, that looks like a good screenshot. No, not like that. What the hell? There we go. I moved too far forward. It looks like majority of the exterior fighting on this site is pretty much done. You can see most of the units have either returned to the settlement or they're on their way there. Desert Heavy Lancers, 99 kills. Not too bad at all. More artillery coming in. Aiming for the archers. Got a couple there. Whose is that? That is Nervi's, 53 kills. 39 on Epirus's artillery. Tylus does not look like they brought one. It looks like Tylus is now going to be able to kind of focus in on their attack. Some wasted javies on some running away troops here. Now we're going to get, looks like a tribal warrior moving up the street. Tribal warrior already chevroned up. So Tylus here chevroning his tribal warrior before he even went into combat. And nice shots there. Going over into the Nabatean Axe Warriors up on the wall. Nabatean Axe Warriors are not going to enjoy that archer fire at all. Looks like those are the Cretans. And then we got some Cretans and Gallic Hunters firing. Kind of an interesting matchup. We got 3 Cretans and 4 Gallic Hunters versus 4 Nabatean Heavy Archers and 4 Gallic Hunters. So kind of an interesting setup there. Artillery just kind of keeps like, man, you know, he's probably aiming right here, but he's getting hit here, hit here, hit here. And in the end, not really hitting anything, which really sucks. Nubian bowmen shooting down at the tribal warriors here that are fighting 2 units of chosen swords. The 2 units of chosen swords should be able to take down that tribal warrior. Now tribal warrior going up the stairs into the combat here on the cliffside hill. Got Celtic Warriors being backed up by Nabatean Axe Warriors now. The Celtic Warrior, 86 kills, not too shabby at all. Ooh, that was a good hit right there, right through the Celtic Warriors. And almost got a really good rolling hit right down the line. Now this one is shooting over here. Couple there. And once again, Nabatea just kind of being a pain in the ass here. Nabatean swords, Nabatean Axe Warriors, just literally preventing the attackers from pushing any units over here to take any of these walls down. Epirus would probably have to commit a lot more to that. Nice little hit on the Rakim Palace Guard. Looks like Chosen Swords are going to be able to finish off the first Tribal Warrior, but the question will be the second and third Tribal Warriors that are setting up right behind it. That is always the question in war. Man, they are getting so unlucky with their artillery hits. 90 kills and 72 kills, but every time I've seen an artillery shot from them, they get, like I said earlier, hits here, 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 and here. You know, everywhere around the enemy, nowhere in the enemy. A little sneaky move there by Nervi's Celtic Warriors, actually getting around into some of the Nabatean Axe Warriors. Celtic Warrior from Archery with a battle rhythm on it. It's going to improve their weapon damage a little bit. Kind of improvements all across the board there. But they are now going up against a relatively healthy Tribal Warrior. 146 men left in it. So those Celtics probably not going to last too much longer. Got a couple more Celtic Warriors from Archery behind it. They got Fierce Swords getting no, it's Cretan Archers being shot. So honestly, it looks to me as if the attackers have lost the Archer battle at this point. So the infantry is going to have to carry the day, which I do think they've got the infantry advantage here between Tylus, Nervii, and Epirus. I think they've got the infantry advantage. Now, nasty little kill box set up. Tribal Warriors going forward into the Celtic Warriors. And then a Nervii Celtic Warrior going to the right into another Celtic Warrior from Archery. Too many Celtic Warriors in this one. Oh, right through his own Tribal Warriors. That hurts. Got a couple, looks like 4 kills on them, and that's not the kind of kills you want to get But look at this, Nervii going straight in Oathsworn here. Oathsworn should do really well cutting through this defense. It's hard to tell who their civilian is. You can see the yellow of the Nervii and the green of Arverni over here. Chosen Swords, Celtic Warriors. Got some Nabatean Axe Warriors that I think have been throwing Javies into this. You got a Etruscan Hoplite from Epirus coming in. Look at this, a fresh Armored Showtail backing up the Chosen Swords from Arverni. Even get some little Javi tosses in. Got Oathsworn at the back here. 14 kills, I think that's on Javelins. Oh, nice shot, look at this. Tribal Warriors set up to defend the breach, and the Kush Archers are shooting right into their backs. It's a nice little shot there. The Nabatean Heavy Archers shooting at the Oathsworn General for Nervii, trying to move across the street here. Got a Nabatean Axe Warrior being kind of a pain in the butt with some Celtic Warriors helping him out. Levy Spearman moving forward. Back here, he's got a Desert Pikeman, Rakim Palace Guard, and his general's a Rakim Palace Guard. Look at the Javies right over the heads of the Chosen Swords. They might even be able to sneak around that side there. Tribal Warriors, 103 kills, but I don't think are going to make it. We're not going to take it. We're not going to take it. We're not going to take it anymore. Now, there we go. Battle rhythm on the Tribal Warriors. That's going to beef them up pretty well there. But then a little bit of a waste of a battle rhythm. Took the battle rhythm and then took the unit out of combat. I'm not 100% sure why. Armored Showtail is now going to go into a different Tribal Warrior that's also pretty beat up. 68 kills, 61 kills on the Armored Showtails. A little bit of a waste of a battle rhythm there. Put it on the unit and then ran it away. So, I don't know if that was a boo-boo. I'm not sure. Etruscan Hoplites got 46 kills so far, but they look like they're going to break. Because they got an attack in the rear penalty here. Wow, 80 men gone. 60 base morale, and they just broke. Bounce power is pretty darn even at this point. Nothing really happening too much. Here we go. Epirus now going to try and push over here. Looks like he may try to overwhelm this little, little pain in the ass defense here. Nabatean Swords, Nabatean Axe Warriors. He's got enough units he should be able to finish it and get rid of them. And that will then allow Epirus to hit this wall here if he wants to. Now we got Samnite Warriors moving forward. The Oathsworn General here looks like trying to kind of hide a little bit. Now the Tylus Oathsworn moving in against the Armored Showtails. Armored Showtails 83 kills. The Oathsworn at 51. 96 men versus 109 men. The Etruscan Hoplites were running away and then kind of stuck there. I don't know what was going on. Technically, they're just broken. They could come back. I think that's why Kush is trying to shoot them and finish them, get rid of the unit. Looks like they might be gaining some ground here. Tribal Warriors, Oathsworn, but they might have an issue with this Celtic Warrior falling. They may need to put something there to hold that. Archers, I'm pretty sure still have ammo, so they should be doing all right. Second wind on the Oathsworn for Nervii. Now the Oathsworn General for Tylus moving in against the Armored Showtails. A good Javi volley. Headhunt already. Let's see, does he have a battle rhythm? He may not have the battle rhythm. He may have been the one that used it a couple minutes, a little bit earlier. And I don't think it has come back yet. A lot of beat-up Tylus units back there. Nervii seems relatively healthy. He's got another Oathsworn moving up onto the top here, mostly because I think they are getting a little low on troops. Samnite Warriors here, so he's probably going to take the Oathsworn to the right hand of this fight here. On this side, you got Fierce Swords and Samnite Warriors pushing against Rakem Palace Guard, Nabatean Axe Warriors, Celtic Warriors. And then nice shots over here by the Cretan Archers, but Desert Heavy Lancers coming around. But a good Javi toss by the Royal Peltist, getting a couple, but doesn't look like he's quite going to break that Desert Heavy Lancer, so that might give him the ability to get over here. Well, he may not, though, because the Royal Peltist here will beat him up pretty bad. Nabatean Axe Warriors, 102 kills, not too shabby. Celtic Warrior might come out and help him. Oathsworn, 160 man, 44 kills. Now getting hit by, looks like Nabatean Axe Warriors, Desert Pikemen. He's going to have to get out of that. Desert Pikemen have actually taken some losses here, 111 men. Look at this push. 2 armored Showtells pushing down against Tylus. Tylus might have an issue there. On top of the wall, we've got, looks like a Showtell Warrior. Oathsworn actually pulled out of battle. So because of that Pike, it looks like they are going to have to commit more to the sides here, because at the moment they can't really get out of that center there. Celtic Warriors and Nabatean Axe Warriors coming out. Nabatean Axe Warrior somehow still alive. I don't really get 32 men left. And a good Javi toss. And then the Royal Peltists are probably going to come over and finish this. Now, at that point, they could probably hit this or even maybe come and get one of these towers here. This Rakem Palace Guard is going to be tough to get through. This is a good, tough unit, man. But the archer fire coming from outside is also going to be pretty useful for the attackers. I really don't know what the attackers are going to do on this side. It's going to be a tough thing to get through. Armored Showtells 155 kills, 199 kills, backed up by Kushite Pikes and Showtell Warriors. So even if they get through the Armored Showtells, they can literally just throw in the Pikes right there and stonewall. I think that's going to be the biggest issue for the attackers, is I don't know that they've got what they need to get through these Pikes. Pikes have taken some more damage, 86 out of 160. I think the Oathsworn are basically just trying to get into this Pike as much as they possibly can. But the Pike are just, man, it's going to be tough to get through that. I think one of their best bets here, I think they've got to get through some of these walls. If the attackers can get through those walls, they can put more pressure on the defenders here. So we will see what they do. Now you got to switch out the Mercenary Etruscan Hoplites and the Samnite Warriors. But the Nabatean Heavy Archers that have reserved their ammunition are now getting fantastic shots over into this assault. Just a great angle. Tribal Warriors, man, just not having a good day. Showtell's getting great Javi tosses from the wall there. 39 kills now. I was going to say 36, but ooh, that Pike was wavering. They may be able to catch it with its pants down and maybe get it to break here. Especially get this small unit around the side. I think you've got enough room that you can hit them in the side. Yeah, that Pike, I think it's going to go 40 or 50 men. It only has 35 base morale, so if they honestly can just get some good kills on it, it will probably break. 50 men still. It's wavering. But look at this, Archery coming over with chosen swords, shoring up the defense. Kush counterattacking down. Armored Shotel's going forward. It looks like a regular Shotel gonna take the left here against the Oathsworn. 239, 181. I think he's got javies that he's going to try throwing at the general. Over here, Thorough Spears throwing javelins up into the chosen swords. The Pike trying to get out of there. 43 men left. And there we go. The Nabatean defense having to kind of fall back to here. He's got to keep up an avenue of retreat if they need it. Bounce power is relatively even at this point. I don't think that the attackers are honestly wanting to go into this. I think that what they are probably wanting to do is continue a push in the center. I don't think they've got what it takes to push the left at the moment, even though it looks like they may have regained a little bit of ground. And the Oathsworn general for Nervii looks to be moving off to the left. And then Cretan archers are getting some shots over at the Nabatean heavy archers. Although, I don't get why, because the Nabatean heavy archers look to be out of ammo. So I'm not 100% sure the reasoning behind that one. Here we go. Fierce Sword's moving up. Got Frenzy on them. They'll get some good kills right off the charge. The Chosen Sword's counter-charging. Oh, but look at this. Chosen Sword getting a little bit of a wraparound. Thorough Spear's moving up to try and support the Fierce Sword. A little bit of a hodgepodge fight going on over here. Armored Shotel's 301. Shotel's with 69 kills. The Oathsworn general is kind of caught here, which is not helping him. Uh-oh, Shotel warrior came out of the gate, moving in for the wrap. The Nabatea with a counterattack on the right-hand side. Desert Pikes, 132 men. Throw Spears look like they're going to try and get some javelins into him, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Look at this, though. I think Everest was able to get a unit outside of the breach that may be able to get back in and hit the back of the Desert Pikemen. But here you go, Nabatean Axe Warriors charging the Etruscan Hoplites. Probably not going to get the most kills on that. And then the little bit of a sally out. Levy Spears and Nabatean Axe Warriors. Ooh, that's a good screenshot right there. Nabatean Axe Warriors, 164 kills, so nicely done. Look at this. Massive counterattack. Shotels and armored Shotels. I hate to say, but I think that Nervii general is finite. I think he's done. What's the saying? Stick a fork in it. He's done. Yeah, or the Cretan archers are. Well, they might have some ammo left. They've still got 68, or they've only got 68 kills, so they might have a bit of ammunition. But the balance power is extremely in favor of the defenders at this point. The Nervii general getting shot in the back now. Switching out for the Royal Peltist general from Epirus. But I think this attack is faltering. Royal Peltist actually over here fighting the armored Shotels. Got battle rhythm and use the whip. And then a second wind on him. The issue is the Royal Peltist is already weak. 193 kills. He's fought over here already, so his unit is not at full strength fighting that armored Shotel. Not the situation they really want to see there. Armored Shotel, 130 men, 69 men only for the Royal Peltist. But he's going to get some kills before he goes down. Another switch out, Epirus and Nervii here, Oathsworn for the Royal Peltist. 146, Royal Peltist only 42 so far, but he's not lost very many men. Truscan Hoplite holding well enough here. But to be honest with you, I don't think it's looking very well for the attackers. And Thorough Spears probably just guarding their backs there. Royal Peltist about to break, 207. Oathsworn 164, going to switch out with the Fierce Sword. And you can see some breaking at the top here, 147, 51, 142. Chosen Swords 153, 116. And I hate to say, but I think that is going to be it for the attackers. It doesn't look very good. The bounce power is very heavily in favor of the defenders now, and not very much time left. So I think that is going to be a Pike stacker win here. The Royals of Care Keep, they're just not going to pull this one out, unfortunately. But GG on both sides, a hard-fought battle. Let's go and fast forward and get to the kills. Get some Jeopardy music playing. Do 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 do. All right, so for the defenders, we have Milkman as Nabatea with 1,762 kills. Archer's doing pretty well, and his infantry doing pretty solid there. Cav 131 on the Desert Heavy Lancers. We got Archangel as our Verney with 1,825 kills. 161 on one of the archers, and then his infantry doing pretty solid. And finally, Iron Fist as Kush with 2,637 kills. Archer's doing very, very well. His armored shotels, 341 the best there, 220, 176. And then the rest of his infantry did solid. And for the attackers, we've got Royal Athenian as Epirus with 1,641 kills. Archers probably could have done a little better there. 130 on the artillery, which is pretty good. And then his Samnite Warriors did pretty good. 207 on the Royal Peltist. Got Legacy as Nervii. I cannot think today. Wow. 1,971 kills. Oathsworn really doing well there. And then Sphere Swords, it's kind of tough. You know, the Sphere Swords have such low armor that going into situations like that, they just really get shot up. Finally, we've got Godfather as Tylus with 1,242 kills. I'm going to be honest with you, that's not the greatest amount of kills for a Tylus army. He was matched up against, Kush, which, really kind of focuses exactly on what Tylus is good at. But I would say typically you would look for getting a bit more kills as Tylus there, especially as your Tribal Warriors and your Oathsworn. But you know what? It happens to all of us. And that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. And if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we will see you guys next time.